Hello everyone, welcome to Data Analytics Professionals, and I'm Shahnaz Malik. Let's quickly jump into today's lecture topic. This is a lecture series about AWS and machine learning, and the current topic of this lecture is going to be about AWS identity and access management. And in this lecture particularly, we are going to check creating an administrator IAM user through console. That's what we are going to perform. This task is extremely important, so just please give me some attention. Now this is lecture number 8 in this series, and these are the guidelines that we need to follow. And to create actually an administrator IAM user through console, what we need to do is we need to first go on to this website, okay, and then follow these instructions. I'm not going to I'm going to come back one by one on these steps, show you that we have followed actually everything. But let us quickly go onto this website, sign in, and then start doing all these steps and other steps which are in the slide. And we will come later on, I'll show you that we have completed everything as was shown here. Now let's switch from here to here. Okay, now this is the website. As I said, if you type in as I have given you on the slide, whether you click whether you type aws.amazon.com/console, or you put https :2 in front of it, you are going to come you are going to be on this page. Don't worry if these you don't see exactly what I am seeing at the moment, because at the time of recording this is what AWS is giving me. Maybe at the time when you will see this lecture this might be a little bit different, but all we need is here that we need to sign in into the console. Okay, that's what we are learning. If you have noticed in I am showing that how we will do this through console, okay, through console, and that's what we are interested here. So I'm going to sign in into the console. Okay, once I click here, and I will be taken to this new page where I will see root user. Okay, and if you see click here or anywhere else except root user, you need to activate root user and then provide a root user email address. Okay, just bear this in mind. This is what you will need. This is the same email address that you have given at the time when you actually created Amazon Web Services account. The root user email, the main email with the help of which you actually created the account, that is the email you are going to provide. I will provide my one and you will provide your one, and then we will click on the next. Once we click on the next, and it will ask us the password as if you see sign in blah blah blah, and then you reach here and you say enter your password. So sign into the IAM console as the account owner by choosing root user and entering your AWS account email address. So on next page we need to enter the password. That's what we are doing. And while I have been showing you this, I already entered the password. You enter your password, I entered my password, and then once you are ready, just sign in. Click on sign in. Once you click on the sign in, this will take you to the AWS management console. Okay, that's what we are. And now here I have data.analytics.professionals at this navigation bar. You will have what you have chosen at the time of opening your account. So here we click, and we have to click on this account. I will click on this account, and this will open a billing information page where my address and all the details will be here. I don't want to show you all those billing my addresses and all other personal details. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click here and then scroll down until we reach this stuff, the step number 2. Okay, and let me do while you are seeing a presentation on the screen, I have clicked on my account and billing management console has opened, and then I'm scrolling down until I see I am a user and role access to billing information. So if you see, you have to just scroll down. This is billing management console. Once you see the billing management console, all you need down is to scroll down until if you see this, it was here, so I brought it to here, and this is what you need. I am user and role access to billing information, and here you just click edit, and your one will not be activated most probably. Okay, you won't have this activate. If it's activated, that's fine. If it's not activated, just click on this box, this activate IAM access, and then click update. Okay, once you click update, this is what you will get. IAM user role access to billing information is activated, and that's fine. Once you see that information, all you need to scroll it back up, and once we scroll it back up, then what we need to do is so we click on this update. Now we have to go scroll up and choose services, and that's what I'm going to do. We are scrolling up, and you will see in the navigation bar at the left top is services, and once I click on that, and you will reach here. Okay, so I scroll it back up. Okay, if you see, scroll up back, and I click on the services, and I got all these services what Amazon is providing. And we need actually this, we need to go into this security, identity and compliance, and there we need IAM, this stuff we need. And if you can't find it out, all you need to go into the search box and just this search and just write IAM, and once you write this will pop up wherever it is inside here. It will pop up, and you can click directly here. Whether you click here or whether you click here, all what you need, and you may not have all this. Okay, your history might not be yet activated. So what I mean to say, once you click IAM, this is what you get. This is identity and access management. This is where we need it to be. So this is the dashboard of IAM. Okay, here we need to actually go and click this users. Okay, and you will land onto this page, and you might not have all this. Don't worry about all that. What we need to do, these are my one created for other lectures. But you will need to go and click on this add user. Once you click onto this add user, you will land onto the user detail page. Okay, set user details. Then what we do, we will here administrator, we will create an administrator. Okay, we will create we will type administrator here. Username will be administrator, and then we need to give access type. So we can give both access types, but I will talk about this programmatic access later on. This is an access that we use when we are connecting through using these tools, but I am not going to talk about yet. This is our future. This will come, programmatic access will come in future videos, so bear with me. So this should be unchecked at this moment of time, and all you need to check is AWS management console access. Okay, and I'm not going to show put it under auto generate password, but rather I change it into custom password. Okay, and here you need to actually write a password, and that's what is our instructions are showing. So while you are seeing presentation, and I am going to put some password and bring you back. So basically where we are, so we have done all this. Okay, and if you go see, the next lecture is saying on detail page, please do the following for username type administrator. That's what I have done. And then we have done this B part. So 4A we have done. 4B is select the checkbox for AWS management access and select custom password, and type your new password in the text box. So that's what I have done. If you see, I already put some password in here, so you put your password in, and then I'm going to uncheck this required password reset. I don't want to give option to the user to when that user will sign in first time, that he can change his password, because I'm going to manage it myself. I don't want this access step. But if you think you have this need, then you can do it. But as a root user, I think you should have information about these passwords. Okay, if you maybe but it's up to you, up to your organization, how your organization's standard operating procedures are there, how the documentation to manage AWS is written in your organization. Now I have unchecked this, and I am going to click this next permissions. So once I click there, I will be taken to the next page where I have to set the permissions, and here I have three options. Okay, I have three options, I will choose add user to a group, and I am going to, so add user to a group, so I'm going to create a group. Okay, so I create a group, and here you see group name. So I am going to type here, I think admin is, I think we have on our lectures, I've said in presentation, I have said to write group name as administrators. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. And then I have to attach policy. I have to, whenever I create a group, I have to attach a policy. So the policy for this group, the best policy for this group is administrator access. So I'm going to check this box. Okay, and if you can't find this, all you need to do is, if you can't find this, all you need to do is, if you go here and type add as soon as you start typing, this will pop up. Okay, but because this is at the top, so you don't need to do anything, you just check this box. So administrators is a group name, and then this is the policy that we need to attach, and I'm going to say create group. So we have created the group. Okay, here is the group is now created, policies are attached to this group, and I'm going to take now I'm going to go on to the next, okay, which is tags. Well, tags is optional. I'm not going to put any tags here. If you want, you can do that, but I'm going to skip this and move on to the next review. Here I am going to, what I could do, I could actually before I create this user, now I can check, have I done it correctly? If I have not done, I can go back. So all you need is, you're checking username is okay, AWS access type. Okay, we have given AWS management console access with a password, and then console password type is custom. We have done it ourselves. Required password reset, no, we have not given that permission, and so on. And basically, and this is a permission summary. The user shown above will be added to the following group. So this is the group that this user is being put under this group, and to this group are attached some policies which will help this group to enjoy the privileges that are attached to that policy. Now here I'm going to create. Okay, if everything looks fine, I'm going to create. If you have done any mistake, you can go to previous steps, but I will go to the next step, and here it is. You can see you successfully created the user shown below. So I have successfully created this user, and you know that this user is under a certain group, and that certain group has attached certain policies. Now what we can do, I can send credentials through email, login instructions. I can send it through email, or I can download it and keep it safe, so that if I ever forget, I can come back to it and see what are my credentials. And so for this, I'm going to download this stuff. Okay, I think I have, you should not have this stuff. I will delete it. So if you see here, I have renamed it as administrator underscore user underscore credentials. You can name it as you think is making sense to you and your department requirements. So I am going to name a file. I'm going to give file name to this CSV as I have shown here, and then I'm going to save it into downloads. You can save wherever you like it to save, so that that folder should be secure and confidential to yourself. So let us save this. Okay, and you should not get this because it was as earlier there shown. You should not get this space, this confirmation. So I'm going to say yes, and that's it. Basically, if you see here, it is administrator underscore user underscore underscore credentials. This is created now, and let's go back onto the lecture slide. But before I go back, let me come back. All I have requested at the end of this is to close this window. Okay, and let me show you. Now here it is. We have reached to the 4. Then we typed 4A was for username type administrator. That's what we done. 4B was select the checkbox for AWS management console, select custom password, and then type your new password into the text box. That's what we did, and we completed step 4C, and then we moved on to this step 4D, if you remember. Now Then on the step 5 on the permission page, we added choose add user to the group, and we chose create a group, and in create group dialog box for group name we tried administrators. That's what we did, and we attached this policy. If you remember, that was 5D step. Okay, administrator policy was attached, and then 5E was to create that group, and that's what we did. And then we basically moved on to the 5G was to choose next tags, and where we actually ignored tags if you because that was optional, and that's a 6. And then on 7 we reviewed everything, checked everything is ready, and we moved on to create user. And 8 was optional to on complete page you can download a CV. You don't need to download, but you can do it, and that's what we did. We downloaded the CSV file, we renamed it as we thought is best, or you could have also sent it through email with the login instructions to the user for whom you were actually opening this account. In my case, I was opening it for myself to actually show you, to guide you through this lecture series. And now the step number 9 is close, and that is well done, the task is completed. And that's what this click close is actually here. If you see, this is click close. So if I click close, and that's it. And if you see now, the username administrator and the groups is administrators, and you can see password ages today. Okay, and we have not yet enabled MFA, and we'll talk about all these things in the coming videos, in coming lectures. So I hope that this has been very useful for all of you. And what I suggest that now whatever you learned in this lecture, you can use this same process to create more groups and users, to give your users access to your AWS account resources as per his or her or their organization roles. And hence you can actually control AWS resources and manage your projects within AWS resources in the best way possible. Now here is the time when I request all of you that test your progress. Write down everything you learned from this and previous lectures about AWS, especially about identity and access management. And in this lecture you learn creating an administrator IAM user through console, and see try to create other users, and see if you learn, or at least check and watch this lecture a few times so that you really comprehend the process. Well, for those who liked and wish to continue in this series, next topic of this lecture is going to be about now creating first IAM delegated user and group. Okay, and that we will do again through IAM. Okay. Now, before I move on further, how do you rate this lecture and the presentation? And the scale is 0 to 10, and 10 is the best. And always give your feedback because that helps me to create better lectures and improved content for all of you guys. And with that, that is the studio time with me to say all of you goodbye and thank you for watching Data Analytics Professionals. But before you move on, I suggest to watch this the coming slides. There is quite a lot of other information how to remain connected with data analytics professionals, and we have other social media footprints, and you take advantage of those. Some are under development stage and some are already activated, so we are planning to write blogs and write maximum blogs and talk about data analytics as much as we can. And with that, it is time to say goodbye to all of you, and I see all of you in next lecture, and until then, stay safe.